Morning, everybody. It's Tasha, Mom Bear Prepping. So I just got done with a live with Citizen Guardian. I just had a really good time right now on my live, and I decided that I was just going to keep it going. And my video for you guys today was going to go ahead and just keep the thing going. And we were talking about power outages. We were talking about grid down. How do you live with no electricity? You know, short-term events, long-term events, that whole thing. And so I just wanted to walk you through kind of my 3 core areas of success to me, in my opinion, of what gets you there for truly having a successful journey with figuring out how to live with these different things that will happen in regards to losing power, right? I 100% believe that, you know, preparing for infrastructure concerns, right, and cyber attack concerns is, you know, a reason, if anything, to prepare for these types of things. Okay, there's a lot of reasons why you could lose power, and literally you could happen and lose it for 20 minutes. It could be 2 hours. It could be 20 hours. It could be 2 days. You know, you never know how long it's going to be. And so I think that if you go through these core areas of success, then you'll be prepared. So, and one thing that I totally believe is when somebody is new to prepping, I think that there's 2 ways you go with it. You either go with, hey, I'm going to start by preparing for the natural event or a natural disaster that is prone to happen in my area, and then you prepare for that. Or what I believe is everybody should be preparing for blackouts. Everybody should be preparing for no power, no electricity, how you deal with that. And if you do that, to me, you're ready on so many other fronts that when the other things happen, it's easy day. It doesn't matter because you've already prepared for no power. And by doing that much, you're preparing for so many other things. Okay. So let's get into these 3 core areas, and then we'll talk into them a little bit of things you can do. So the number one thing to me that I think is super important when it comes to being successful with living a life during a grid down event or no power event is your knowledge and your skills. The more that you can learn about preparedness and options and figuring out how to do things, do more with less, do stuff with less in general, minimalize things, right? The more you know and the more skills you have, the easier things will go for you, okay? And that's free. A lot of people will tell me, you know, Tasha, I don't have money for preps. I don't have all this money to go get all this gear and supplies. Well, knowledge and skills is free, baby, okay? All you have to do is talk to people. The internet right now, we're talking about grid down, but right now it's not grid down. You have the internet, so you have the capability to order books, order manuals, learn how to do stuff, take a class and learn how to do stuff, right? Learn some medical stuff, learn some CPR, learn how to cook, learn how to do things, okay? So right now you have it within your ability to, for free, go on the internet and learn stuff, learn knowledge, get knowledge, research things, and learn skills, okay? At a minimum, get books that show you the basics of how to do things, everyday things, okay? In case you have to do things yourself, okay? So I think that's the number one thing, success, to, you know, core success to, you know, wrangling, you know, grid down situation, if you will. Number 2, I think, is supplies, right? Get all the things. So you take your everyday, right, schedule, literally from when you wake up, all the things that you and your family members do, and then now say, how do I do that without power? Okay. You know, how do you wake up and make coffee without power? How do you brush your teeth and get clean if possibly there's no water or there's no power, right? All the things that you do throughout the day, how do you get those things done, right? With no power for the whole day. If you do that for a 24-hour period and just see all the things you need, then you get those things and you prepare. You make sure that you hit all the wickets. You know, how are you going to cook your food? You know, how are you going to get clean? How are you going to do laundry? How are you going to go to the bathroom? You know, how are you going to stay warm? How are you going to stay cool? All these things that you have to do, how are you going to do those things? Okay. And there's so many little intricate things to think about that it's very easy if you don't seriously think about everything you guys do in a day and actually write it down. write it out. And again, maybe you don't have money to get the things, but again, it's free to go ahead and write the plan out. Write out all the things you would need. Write out your things that you would like to get, so that when you do get a chance where you have some money or you do have some room in the budget, you've already done all the hard work and you kind of can prioritize the things that you do want to get, and you can start getting them slowly, okay? And then number 3 I have is a long-term thrive. You know, you never know when an event happens, when you lose power, how long it's going to be, right? Like I said, it could be 20 minutes, it could be 2 hours, it could be 2 days, it could be 2 weeks, right? You don't know, okay? And it only takes a small solar flare or CME or EMP. It only takes something small, even a large scale cyber attack, or finally the infrastructure grid just really has something that damages it. It's just hardcore, you know, hit to our infrastructure. You know, what do you do in the long term time frame, right? I think that part of being successful is having a game plan of how and what you do when those supplies, when those certain things run out. You know, what happens when the fuels run out? What happens when the batteries run out? You know, what happens when things that you've prepped up, that you've gotten, you have all your options, but eventually, even if you have years of stuff, eventually you get to a point where stuff runs out. And so how do you continue to do those things? What renewable resources can you get your hands on and have around you to be able to continue to do things, okay? What are your options? And learning to live with less, okay? Learning to do the things that you need to do in a different way or with less, okay? So cutting things out, you know, whatever it is, but you've got to get in the mindset of taking care of yourself, providing your own food, raising your own animals, living with no power, living without possible fuels and gases and the different things that we're prepping up right now to be able to use. But eventually, how do you live come the day that that stuff, you know, is no more, right? You can't get it anymore, okay? So to me, if you can tackle those 3 core areas of success, you're going to make it. You're going to be just fine. And you can start planning a lot of these aspects now. And even if you don't have money, a lot of this and being successful is planning it out, writing out the things that you need, writing out and putting them in order of importance, okay? Figuring out now, okay, what would we do for power? We need renewable resources. Is that wood? What is that? What does that look like? How do we cook? How do we clean? All of these things, both in an immediate, you know, temporary situation with no power, but then also long term, right? And even possibly like a forever situation. So I think you have 3 areas where you have temporary stuff, you have kind of a long term, right? 2 weeks or more, right? And then you have a forever event where the electricity is not coming back, okay? So I think that it's important to look at the long game, and you're preparing for that, as well as just getting all the things to make life good now, which is needed, right? But be thinking about the day also that when you don't have those things, or they run out, or you use them, or they break down, or whatever, okay? Again, I just had a great live stream with Citizen Guardian. He's out of South Africa. I love him and his wife. What I'm going to do is in the description box below, I'm going to put his link to his channel. Please, 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 if you have love for me, please go over there, show support, please subscribe. They put out great information, and overall, you guys, they're just really, really great people, okay? And to me, those are the people that you should support, okay? It doesn't matter how many subscribers somebody has or how popular somebody looks. What's important is supporting good people, okay? And they are it. They are it, okay? So please go show them support. Go to their channel, subscribe to them, please, please, please. And I'm looking forward to seeing your comments today on this topic. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what you think is the core to success with dealing with grid down. And of course, if there's things you want to talk about specifically, items, areas of concern that you want to make sure that the group that are reading through the comments knows so that you can help, please do that, because every single day, even though I'm the one doing the video, I'm learning from going through the comments, okay? I learn stuff every single day. We're all here to help each other, okay? Nobody's perfect. Nobody knows everything. And I appreciate the comments and the concerns and the things that you guys choose to share with the group, okay? So I will see you guys tomorrow on the next video. Blessings from my bear cave to yours. Bye.